Hello, everybody in the World Wide Web. Good evening. Another stock update coming at you from James. This one's on Grand Tierra Energy Inc., GTE. It's the first energy company we're going to take a look at. Oil and natural gas production in Canada and South America. They're a Canadian company. 87 cents per share. The value of the company, the market value is a whopping, market cap, $301 million. That seems really cheap in comparison to what I'm going to show you. Number one, the stock has been beat up. 5 years, down 65%. Keep in mind, we just came off $5 gas. How did they manage to screw that up? I have no idea. 6-month chart down 36% almost. 1 month chart up 1%. 5-day chart up 2%. It just seems like it's going down, down, down. How far will it go down? Who wants to chase it down? Probably nobody. That's probably why it's going down. Everybody's like, yeah, I see this one going down. But I wanted to show you the company real quick. It's kind of interesting. The whole thing's worth $300 million. Why they wouldn't get bought out, I have no idea. To me, this is a very good buyout target. Let me show you the balance. First, we'll start with the income statement. Going back to 2018, we turned a profit. We did $613 million in revenue with a net income of $102 million. Not too shabby. The next year, turned a profit in 2019. COVID came. It took a pretty fat loss. The revenue went from 570 all the way down to 237. Maybe they closed Canada or they closed South America. They wouldn't let them drill. I don't know what happened. Caused them to lose a ton of money. They lost $777 million. And people are mad at the oil companies for some reason. Look at the beating that they took in 2020. And now we're all mad because they're making profits now. In 2021, the next year, they rebounded nicely. $473 million in revenue, $42 million in profit. And we come up to 2022, 711. Nice, they got their growth back. They got back to their capacities of where they were at before, with a much sweeter net income of $139 million. A leaner company than it was back here. Earnings per share, we were actually able to look at a penny stock that has an earnings per share, which is fantastic. $711 million in revenue in 2022. They do operate a network of pipelines. Lucky for them, it's not in America. It's in South America. Cash, they have $126 million worth of cash. They have a balance sheet, which is right side up. They have $1.34 billion in assets, $918 million in liabilities. They've always been right side up. They were a lot more right side up before COVID happened. COVID just seemed to be an asset destroyer of this company. I don't know what happened. One of those countries must have shut them out. Shares outstanding, 346 million. It's a heavily diluted company. But this number is not the important one. This number is not the important one. 87 cents. This is the not the size of the pizza. When you order a pizza and you want to know how much pizza you're getting $301 million. That's the grand total value of the company. It doesn't matter how many shares they issue, however many they do, the stock price will be divided. This 301 million divided by the number of shares, and that will be your price of the stock. So you can look at it like 87 cents. You can look at it as $10. You can look at it. It really doesn't matter what this number is. This just really shows you the increments of which it sells at. But I guess it's a penny stock because it's affordable and people can buy it on the cheap. They can buy 10 shares at a time or more shares, maybe get more movement, for a penny. So probably a lot of advantages to it being cheaper, having it become more affordable. Not everybody can afford Chipotle at $1,800 a share. But yeah, I wanted to show you the earnings per share since it was something to be proud of. Earnings per share, 38 cents a share. The one thing I noticed on this company right from the get-go was their price per earnings ratio would really explain why the stock is so cheap. 2.3. That is really, really, really probably the lowest one I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't think I've ever seen a company with a PE of 2, not one that was making money. It's almost like no future growth is ever anticipated at any point, as if it were impossible. Like they couldn't accumulate more land, or they couldn't drill more, or they couldn't pump more, or they couldn't use their pipelines more. This is the kind of price, a PE of a company that's like closing. This place does not seem like they're closing. They seem like they're pumping oil. They seem like they're making money. Their stock's getting destroyed. Let's see when it got destroyed more specifically. Let's see what 2020 did to it. It was already destroyed by 2020. This thing was $1 when COVID hit. And COVID took it down to 18 cents. Ouch. So yeah, I guess COVID had a 80% crushing on it. But it had already gone down from its heyday of $3 over here. And it made a comeback after COVID. If you look at what it's done after that COVID destruction, it actually looks like it's gone up a little since then. Obviously, it's up from 18 cents. Here you're at 73 cents. Here you're at 54 cents, 59 cents. It fell back down again, but 87 cents. Middle of 2022, it was $1.85. So somebody's tried to push this thing up a few times. The market's tried to give it a shove. It's obviously just not a fan favorite. People are not attracted to this one for some reason. When everything is attractive about it that I can tell, unless they have geopolitical issues going on with the Canadian Greenpeace movement or the South American, governments. Colombia and Ecuador is where they operate down there. But they're pumping their stuff. They got the profit back, $711 million. That is their record. Their previous record was $613 million. It's also their record profit for the year. Will it go up again next year? If COVID doesn't happen, it might just. Will gas go back up to $5 or $4, and that would maybe help them out? Very possibly. I don't know. I wanted to show you this one. I don't understand why it's 2-1. Maybe if somebody can explain that to me. Let's take a look at some of their competitors and see what their price per earnings is. That was Vermilion Energy. Let's take a look at that one directly. And this one, trades. It doesn't even have a profit, so it doesn't have a PE ratio. Yeah. Well, let's see what one that actually had turns of profit would do. This Suncor Energy. Hypothetically speaking, PE of 7. See, that's like more in range of what an energy company might have. Let's check a few more competitors for that PE. And this is all about the price per earnings, or just people's hatred of the stock. I'm not really sure. Let's check out Imperial Oil. They're a big company, but still. It doesn't necessarily mean they got room to grow. When you're as small as this company is, see a PE of 6. So we got a PE of 2 going on here with this company. And I want to find out why. Why does everybody think they can't do more? What's their restriction? What's holding them up? Yeah. I don't know. If anybody can leave some comments below. I would love to know what you think about it. Is it because they're in Canada? Probably not. Is it because they're in South America? That might be it. It's not like it's China or something, or Venezuela, where they're getting tossed out of there. I don't know. It looks pretty wonderful. It looks like it should have a PE of 6. It looks like this should be about triple what it is now. And because it's a small company, maybe even a higher PE than that. To bring year-over-year wins at this level, probably be an easier go of it. You don't even have to pump that much more oil out of the ground. Those bigger companies, they have to pump an extra 100 million barrels, for them to go up 10% in revenue. This place did 100 million more barrels, they'd probably triple the revenue. It's pound for pound, they're going to have to get a lot less oil to make the revenue grow percentage-wise in proportion. Grand Tierra Energy Inc. Check it out. I don't know if anyone wants shares of a company that's fallen like this, but I like to buy shares of companies that are doing business, that own stuff, that are consistently profit turners, and they are. They're a consistent profit turner, as long as COVID doesn't happen. Yeah, they had really low gas prices back here too. This was back when gas was $2 a gallon. Look at them turning a profit. Turning a profit at that crappy gas price. And now gas got super expensive. I don't know what COVID did to it, but they're doing a little bit better. So yeah, whenever I find a company that has a PE of 2 and makes money and has a good revenue and they're in a good industry, I don't think gas is going away for another 100 years. Maybe it is in America, but the rest of the world, they're all still going to be driving our old cars, and the Toyotas and all the other ones that they import. So yeah, this one I don't think is going anywhere. They have a lot of cash. They're not losing money. Went up to 89 cents after hours. It might be a good time to jump in soon. Let's see. It was got these other charts involved. Let me get rid of them real quick. X, just the chart. I would love to get in at these COVID prices. Wouldn't that be nice? 30 cents. Well, I can't even imagine what the PE was on that day. But I guess after that loss, they didn't have a PE. 89 cents here, all the way up to $1.47, $1.62. It was even $1.30, like in November. 95 cents a month ago. Yeah, I like it. I like the fundamentals are there. This is a square company. This is what we're all looking for. If this said so and so technology on it or so and so whatever, everybody would love these numbers. Everybody would say, well, it's a business that makes money. They're bringing in profit. They can keep people. They're not in the same quandary that everybody else is at. So I'm going to put a like on this one. This is a cheap, profitable oil company that does a decent number. And that number can get a lot better and better. They could double that number. They could triple that number. They could start putting out $1 a share. And maybe one day the people will award it the proper price per earnings that it might just deserve. I don't see anything that should make this company the black sheep of the industry, unless there's some news I don't know about. But do some homework on Grand Tierra Energy. GTE is the ticker symbol on the New York Stock Exchange. Why is the PE 2? Please tell me if you can. Thank you very much. Like the video and subscribe. I appreciate your time tonight. I like this one. I'm going to grab a few shares. Why not? With no commission trading, or okay, I'll take a few shares. I don't know how many. Maybe we'll do 1,000 or 500 or something like that. Wait till it grows up to $3. It could. Couple of good quarters, we might see some activity out of this thing. Or we might just see some activity when the PE lurches from 2 to 3 or from 2 to 4. The market just might swallow this thing up like it was trying to do here for a while. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure what happened in the middle of 2022. I guess the gas price is falling. That was from $5 down to $3 a gallon. That was probably this drop right here. Maybe that's what they were put up with. But the way they made money on the back in the Trump prices, back in the 2018, 2019 years, they can do it on $2 gasoline. So maybe they're designed properly. That's a nice thing. In those 2 years, I don't think anyone was making money in energy. They were like losing money by sucking up out of the ground. It was down to $20 a barrel. And somehow these people were able to jerk out a profit. I like that. I like them. I'll grab a few shares. I recommend one of the rare ones that I will. Don't buy too much of it. There's geopolitical things at stake. I trust Canada. I don't trust South America as much. They might wake up one day and find out they lost everything in South America because of a rebellion. I don't know. Somebody will nationalize the country's oil industry like they did in Venezuela and kick all the Americans and Canadians out. It could happen. But then again, it can happen right here in the United States too. Joe Biden can just turn off your pipeline and tell you to close all your rigs out in the Gulf and all your rigs out in the Atlantic. He can just turn them all off. So I guess this kind of crap happens worldwide. So maybe I do trust Ecuador more. I don't know. I'm still buying some. I like it. Check it out for yourself. Let's talk about it. Let me know your insights if you don't mind. I'd like to know why you think this company has a PE of 2. To me, that's a shock. Have a great night. Until the next video, I'll see you then.